Module 3 Performance of Transmission Line. Transmission line has a set of conductors which carry the power from one place to the another place, where the conductors are supported to transmission towers. So such transmission line will have three basic parameters, that is a resistance, inductance and the capacitance, and these parameters are uniformly distributed along the line. The design and operation of a transmission line is greatly influenced by the voltage drop, line losses and efficiency of the transmission system. So all these factors are depending upon the line parameters, that is the resistance, inductance and the capacitance of the transmission line. So in the second chapter we have seen how the values of these parameters can be obtained. So depending upon the values of these constant, the voltage drop along the line will be changed. So the resistance is the important factor when considering the power loss in the line and its efficiency. The important problem in the design and operation of the power system is the maintenance of the voltage within the specified limits. So in this chapter we are developing the formula which will give the values of voltage, current, power at any point on a transmission line. So from these values we can calculate the voltage regulation, line losses and efficiency of the transmission line. So here we are considering a sending end station and the receiving end station which is connected by a transmission line. So the transmission line will have parameters, that is a resistance, inductance and the capacitance. Due to the presence of these parameters, the transmission line will also have a power loss, voltage drop across the line when transmitting the power from one end to the other end, that is transmitting the power from sending end to the receiving end. So the term performance, which will include the calculation of sending end voltage, sending end current and the sending end power factor. So from these values, the power losses in the line and transmission efficiency and the regulation will be calculated. So next is the classification of overhead transmission line. So the parameters R, L, C associated with any transmission line will be distributed uniformly along the length of the line. So the series impedance will be formed by the resistance and the inductance. The capacitance forms a shunt path through the line. So due to the presence of this capacitance, the calculation will be more complex. So there are different ways in which the capacitance can be taken into account. So based on the line length and the operating voltage, the transmission line will be classified into three types. One is the short transmission line, medium transmission line, another one is a long transmission line. First one, for the short transmission line, so the transmission line length is about 80 km and the line voltage is less, which is less than 20 kV. Then the line will be considered as it is a short transmission line. So here the line length is small and the voltage is also less. So the capacitive effects also it is very small, and the capacitance will be, the effect of capacitance will be neglected. So whenever we are analyzing the short transmission line, we are considering only the resistance and inductance. So the resistance and inductance will be taken into account whenever we are analyzing the short transmission line. So if you are coming to the medium transmission line, so the length of the transmission line will be lying between, it is a 80 to 240 km and the line voltage is between 20 kV to 100 kV. Then the line will be treated as it is a medium transmission line. So for analysis here, so due to the sufficient length and the voltage, so the capacitance effect will be taken into account. So the capacitance effect will be more at high frequency. So here, to make the calculation easy, the distributed capacitance of the line is divided and is lumped across the line at one or more points. So we can see here the resistance and the inductance which are connected in series, and the capacitance is lumped at the middle. So which will form it is a T network here. Another one, it is a pi network. That means the capacitance will be split into half. So each half of the capacitance is placed at the end of the transmission line. So here we can say that this is like it is a pi network. So how to design this T and the pi network we'll see later. Next one is a long transmission line. So for the long transmission line, the line length is more than it is 240 km and the line voltage is very high, which is greater than it is 100 kV. Then the line will be considered it is a long transmission line. So for the analysis here, the line constants are considered to be uniformly distributed over the length of the line. So here the regress method are applied to obtain the solution. So if you're coming to the short and the medium transmission line, so the line parameters are lumped, and instead of distributed throughout the length of the line. So why? Because we'll see here what is the reason behind that. So let us know why the wavelength of the power is transmitted from one end to the other. So we know that the power can be transmitted over the transmission line with the speed of light. The speed of light is, it is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So the frequency of the power is, it is a 50 hertz. If you are coming to the formula, that is C equal to, it is mu into, it is lambda. So C is nothing but velocity of the power being transmitted, and mu is the frequency of the power, and here lambda is the wavelength of the power. So if you are substituting here, C value is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 upon the frequency 50. So that will gives the wavelength of the power. So here we are getting, it is 6 into 10 to the power of 6 meter, that is a 6000 kilometer. So if you are drawing the voltage distribution, so up to here it is a 3000 kilometer, and up to here it is a 6000 kilometer. So this is the voltage distribution at 50 hertz. So we can say that the wavelength of the power is quite long compared to the normal line voltage. For this reason, the line voltage which is less than 240 kilometer, now all the parameters are assumed to be lumped together rather than the distributed. So the lumped is meaning is combined or placed together. That is R, XL, XC are lumped together and not distributed. So this is the reason. Another important terms, that is a voltage regulation and the transmission efficiency. So based on these two factors, we can define the performance of any transmission line. So first we'll see the voltage regulation. So due to the current carried by the transmission line, so there will be a voltage drop because of the presence of resistance and the inductance. So as a result, at the receiving end, the voltage will be usually less than the voltage at the sending end. So the drop in the voltages, that is Vs minus Vr of the line, is expressed as a percentage of receiving end Vr. That is called regulation. So here mathematically it is given as the percentage of regulation is VNL minus VFL divided by VFL into 100. So VNL is nothing but receiving end voltage at no load. VFL is nothing but receiving end voltage at full load. So at no load there is no drop in the line. Then again VR will be equal to, it is a Vs. So if you are coming at full load, there is a drop in the line and the voltage. So the percentage of voltage regulation is Vs minus Vr divided by Vr into 100. So the voltage regulation of a transmission line should be as low as possible with increase in the load current. So the change in the receiving end voltage should be low. Second one is, it is a transmission efficiency. So the transmission efficiency is nothing but it is the ratio of receiving end power to the sending end power of a transmission line is called transmission efficiency of the line. So we can say the percentage of transmission efficiency is PR divided, that is the receiving end power divided by sending end power. That is the power delivered at the receiving end divided by power sent from the sending end. So here the PR is the receiving power, that is VR IR into cos phi r, and PS is nothing but sending end power, that is Vs Is into cos phi s. So the sending end power is nothing but it is a receiving end power plus losses. So we can write Vr Ir cos phi r plus I square into R. So here Ir, all the term Ir is there, so it will get cancelled. So we'll get the term Vr into cos phi r divided by Vr into cos phi r plus Ir into 100. So this is the percentage of transmission efficiency. So these two terms we can find out, that is a voltage regulation and the transmission efficiency.